Now, an apparent row has erupted in the government over the role of advisors. The Public Service Commission today stepped in to clarify the role of advisors in the wake of an attack on State House communication staff by Presidential Economic Advisor David Ndii. The economic advisor, who is highly visible in social media platforms, had publicly cast doubt on the capacity of State House communications team to report on numbers. Ayub Abdikadir reports.
This post on X, formerly Twitter, by Dr. David Ndii, who heads President William Ruto of Council of Economic Advisers, have prompted a swift response by the chairperson of the Public Service Commission, Ambassador Anthony Mushiri. The post by Ndii came in the aftermath of a cabinet meeting chaired by President William Ruto at State House in Nairobi, and which at length discussed Sunday's national power blackout following public criticism. Dr. Ndii questioning the capacity of State House communication team in reporting the amount of money Cabinet approved to unbundle power lines in bid to end blackouts that have stained the country's reputation as an economic hub. The letter by the Commission, in an attempt to provide guidelines, issued directions in the public service sector stating only the President and the Deputy President are entitled to be assigned advisors as determined by the Commission, and that Cabinet Secretaries are entitled to not more than 2 advisors appointed by the Commission, aiming to tame what in recent months has been a norm for state officials, among them Dr. Ndii, using condescending language to engage fellow state officials and members of the public. The Commission further states, for avoidance of doubt, a state officer shall not perform any other duties, and it will undertake an audit of all advisors appointed in the Public Service Commission with the above stated guidelines, and where non-compliance is noted, take corrective action. The communication by the Public Service Commission coming against the backdrop of statements by state officials who read from a different hymn sheet on government policies. President William Ruto, besides Dr. Ndii as his economic advisor, has 2 further advisors: Ambassador Dr. Monica Juma, who advises the head of state on national security, and Harriet Chigai on women rights, who all attend cabinet proceedings, this coming barely 2 years after a similar action by former President Uhuru Kenyatta to allow former Nairobi Metropolitan Services Director General Mohammed Badi to sit in cabinet was declared unconstitutional. Ayub Abdikadir,